Evening.
Yeah.
Hi, howdy ho. They can't even, don't do that. Don't raise the glass. They can't see it yet because Chris didn't change it yet. Just give Chris a second and he'll do it. Now, okay, raise it.
There you go. See,
There
guten
you go.
Abend, mein Freunde.
welcome, friends, to another wonderful rendition of the, like you go there, Glentendo circuit. I am.
Which one of us is drinking out of the beer stein again? Like, we can't handle
which
our
one?
audio
Which one of us drinks beer?
I mean, solid. I'm guessing you if you can't get your audio-visual equipment correct, but
I'm drunk. We're here at the Glentendo circuit. I am only one of your hosts. My name is Nintunist. You might have heard of me from your favorite Unis clan. I'm the Nin variant of that such. I am joined by the one, the only, the greatest announcer, Stu. The announcer drinking his pint of Lagavulin. He's got it's green tea. He doesn't like it.
it is green tea. Yes, Stu, the announcer of the Inverary announcers. But yes, welcome to
the Highland Announcer Clan.
Yeah, hey man, I do trace my roots back to Clan Campbell in the Inverary Highlands. So there you go.
Love it.
But yeah, no, hey, know your history, but you got to know a little bit about Mario Kart here too, because this is the Glentendo circuit. I think they are just starting off. We're looking at Melpool. Shout outs to them for streaming this on the Roy, as you mentioned last week, and pretty much every single week. One of the better characters that you can pick in this whole game. The Koopa Kids kind of busted in this particular iteration of Mario Kart,
Specifically the thick ones.
Specifically the thick one. So that's Roy, that's Morton, shout out to Yoda Cage, but that's you got a pretty good you got some pretty decent, like they're not super heavy, but they have just enough weight to carry themselves through turns, I would imagine. They're not going to do too poorly when they get off the road. Not as poorly as like Bowser or something like that anyway.
Yes, yeah. They are in what is known as the cruiser class of weight. That is right below heavy, but it is above mid-weight. So they're like sort of the lighter heavyweights is what they are.
The cruiserweights, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know why the term is cruiser. I think that's a very strange thing to call, lads that are just the right amount of thick, to get their carts to go just fast enough. But Melpool right here, you want to know your Glentendo. Yes.
No, it's from fighting. Like you have heavyweights, you have cruiserweights, you have
oh, is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, cruiserweight is the class right below heavyweight in boxing and fighting.
I didn't know that.
It's all good.
I didn't know that at all. Yeah, but you want to talk about, you're talking about history and tracing roots. In terms of the Glentendo circuit history, Melpool's been a regular for quite some time, and another one of our regular streamers who has assisted us. In front of him is Shy Guy, representing the UK there, representing England. Adam above him, and I didn't see the first one because it went too fast, and I couldn't read it. But either way, Melpool, thank you so much for streaming tonight. You literally are making. Nobody hates overuse and misuse of the word literally more than I do, but I'm using it accurately here. You literally make this stream happen. If you weren't streaming, we don't have a show. So there you go. So thank you for giving me and Stu a job, and Chris as well. I guess he does some things too, I suppose. But we are here for some of the finest Mario Kart action you are going to find this weekly side of the circuit, the Glentendo circuit. I don't know how many damn tournaments that Tri-State is going to name after this guy, at the very least for how many different games, but I mean, when I guess you're just that influential of a lad, you just happen to have some of that stuff named after you. I don't know if he specifically is competing tonight, but I guess we'll find out shortly as Melpool waits to get into his second room. We're going to go ahead and assume he is our only streamer as of now.
It is amazing to see how much stuff that Glentendo has his name on. So he is our only streamer, at least for right now. This is the second race of the circuit.
FBI watch lists, and like ban lists from bars. He's on a lot of lists.
He is pretty much everywhere, and I'm still not sure what he does. He's like a Kardashian, but either way, as we go into we're delving
more like Fedora the Explorer.
Fedora the Explorer.
That's what I called him back in the day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god, he still looks a little bit closer to Swiper, I would contest, but nevertheless.
He acts more like him too. Thank you, Cooper, for sending me that picture today. We're on DK's Jungle Parkway. Not DK's Jungle Parkway. This is just, I think this track is literally just called DK Jungle, but it's the 3DS version. So, or Congo Jungle, something like that. It's a very interesting track, to say the least.
In this game, I think it's just called DK Jungle, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, just the 3DS version. It's a very interesting track, especially this final segment, which I believe if you're on a bike and you have a drift that goes just tight enough to be able to actually land successfully on that platform, it is faster than going the whole way around. You are very rarely going to see any of these racers go sort of the extra route, the long way around. But Shy Guy, my God, with the banana snipe, that is not something you see all too often in the circuits. Normally, if you have a banana like that and you're able to just maintain your speed, you can hold it as a shield forever. It definitely takes a certain level of confidence to use it for a snipe, and unfortunately, Melpool actually using his second mushroom as soon as he landed on that frog, so he actually burned it as soon as he used it, which was very, very unfortunate. But I mean, hey, he's still rocking third with only Adam and Gecko in front of him on the second lap.
But you're still getting rid of the ink, and that's always something. I mean, it's one of those... That is just one of those power-ups that you know that maybe it doesn't necessarily do everything, but it's always doing something. If nothing else, it is an absolute annoyance to have to deal with. And, of course, you have the lightning. We're on the final lap. He's got himself a red shell, perfectly positioned for a snipe. I would imagine he's gonna want to take that on a corner of some variety, but oh man, he's biding his time with it.
I was just gonna say, I knew he was gonna pop it on the bridge.
Oh man, that is a shame. And yeah, he's not gonna have anything. He's gonna have to take that fire flower as recompense. But yeah, this is a perfectly timed Power Star. I would say that he's doing this race, that he's performing well, generally speaking. It's just, you do have to account for the things around you, and as we come up to this final section, may not catch up necessarily unless he could be making me eat my words. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the Melpool definitely did not do bad in that race. It's just the racers in front of him literally just did a little better. Like, it's not like he did a bad job or nothing. It's just like the guys in front of him did a much more amazing job. But that snipe by Gecko, I can't really call it a snipe because it didn't hit Melpool directly, but it was very, very strategic because he dropped the bomb. Quite literally dropped the bomb in the tightest spot of the map, where there was nowhere for Melpool to veer around it. On the bridge right there was nowhere for him to really veer around it at that point. So he's like, I drop it here, just greatly improve my chances of hitting him with it, slow him back, and then just give myself a much bigger chance to pass Adam and Shy Guy on the way back up towards the front.
He got gamed.
Yeah, he got gamed. Sometimes you have games, sometimes you got games, sometimes you gotta get games, sometimes you get gamed, and sometimes you've got to get the game because it's a limited run, and you don't understand why Nintendo does that, and then you get angry. But hey, over here, I was just thinking about... You'll see my video later, it's okay. Here we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Knight voice right here in Knight. Is that the same Knight? I'm pretty sure. Yes, okay, the Knight voice on his Twitch. That is hype as hell, because to answer one of your previous queries, Stu, about the blooper you were talking about, to cite Knight, who is an internationally ranked Mario Kart player, on their recent... I don't know exactly what they called it, like what the Kart Clash PR was, if I don't remember, but it was basically it was literally the PGR for competitive Mario Kart. It just dropped about a month or so ago at this point. He is on it. He's somewhere in the 20s. I don't exactly remember, but he has cited the blooper as the most useless item in the game. I remember asking him one of those little, commentator interview gotcha questions, like, look at the questions I can ask you. See, I'm intelligent. I asked him if you had to remove one item from the game, what would it be? Expecting lightning, he told me the blooper, because he said that the blooper it just serves no purpose, with regards to the actual metagame and, like, what it does in terms of racing and positioning. It doesn't do anything regarding that. Rather, at least lightning, when there are AIs in the race, it has a little bit more of a meta to it, and you can predict what it's going to come around and at least have some semblance of counterplays to it. Because lightning is the most annoying item in the game if you're a casual. I'm just going to say, I can tell you that from personal experience. But yeah.
I can tell you that, yeah.
You can tell us that too. Anybody can tell us that. I'll go to my mom.
Especially if you're in the lead, just because you have to deal with the field, especially how you get shortened up. It'll affect you based on where you are on the field. Like, that dictates the amount of time that it affects you for. So you have to deal with the field getting that much tighter, and then the items affecting you after that. It's just, it's never a great scene.
No. The Knight voice looking like he's waiting for his match right here, just joining, watching this one, spectating Adam, who is directly in front of Melpool as of now, fighting his way for third as he, no, not for third, that's actually fifth. Never mind, Adam is behind. I couldn't tell because Knight's webcam placement was just right above the number right there. Yeah, instead, that's actually going to be Adam sneaking up behind Melpool right there and running right into his green shells. And now with the Piranha Plant, able to move his way forward, but it's not going to be able to snipe and eat the red shell from behind him. Going to drop to 6th place. Oh, Stu, Mr. Announcer. Do you think Melpool might be able to clutch this out?
I mean, there's always the chance, but then you have things like that happening. The Shy Guy just absolutely running him down. No chance to do much of anything about that. But he's going to come in 4th, not doing too poorly. Again, it's just one of those deals where you're in a position to succeed, and sometimes the game will let you, other times it will not. Like, what is there to be said about that? He's driving about as well as he possibly can. Whether or not he's being as economical with his items, you could always make that debate. From what I'm gathering from you, at the very least, you're of the opinion that there really wasn't all that much that they could do. But as we are joining Lily MK8 on the Wiggler bike, rolling through Neo Bowser City here, we are on taking 1st place. And yeah, no, this Wiggler bike, we had Immortal Man saying some pretty controversial things about it last week with his name and finishing the 1st lap in 1st place. But yeah, as of right now, Lily seems to have no complaints about Mr. Wiggler.
And it seems like Lily MK8 knows what they're doing right here. That is a Waluigi on a Wiggler, my friend. Everybody's favorite deli sandwich from your local Mushroom Kingdom deli. It is a meta pick. Waluigi on the Wiggler. It's got that tight drift. It's got that solid, like, top speed to it. Very, very solid stuff. And here she is front running on Neo Bowser City. Not an easy track necessarily to race on, at the very least, when you're in the back of the pack. But here she is front running right here, landing those tight drifts. This is a track that you really need to know how to do your brake drifts. Not just your drifts, your brake drifts. It's very important to get around those tight ones to know how to do a brake drift, which the game actually does teach you how to do in its little notes, reminiscent to Super Smash Brothers. She's going to eat that blue shell right there. Here comes Kane behind her, it looks like. Will he? Oh, and he does! Actually is able to get that item snipe and drop Lily MK8 back down all the way to 5th place in the final lap. Will Lily be able to make up the difference here in this final one, as Melpool and Night Voice on the right are in 4th and 8th place respectively on Toad's Turnpike? But will Lily be able to finish this one out? Lands the drift nice and easy right there. Has got Dark in front of Lily right here. That's going to be very, very hard to be able to get around this at the end. He's got that protection. And Froggo and Dark. It's looking like it's going to be Froggo in 1st, then Dark 2nd, and oh, never mind. Lily actually 4th. Who got in front?
I don't know, someone at the very last minute, but yeah, Dark.
Kane.
Oh, Kane, that's right. Yeah, Kane was just kind of always hanging out in front. We actually saw Kane in front last race too, by such a wide margin that we almost didn't register him as being up in that position. So we have a battle, hotly contested battle for 5th and 6th here, and I'm not really sure how close we're going to have these two combatants, but yeah, Neo Bowser City. Obviously you want to be. In theory, it's like you touch all the boost pads and you're golden. You're just going the fastest. That's not always the case.
Nah.
It's always about the maximum route of effort that you need to be taking, the most efficient route that you're taking. Excuse me, Toad's Turnpike. I was so.
We were just looking at Neo Bowser City. Don't worry about it, man.
Exactly. That's Neo Bowser City in the background. I'm convinced. Toad's Turnpike is just part of the infrastructure. So,
yeah, it's okay. We all make mistakes. You idiot. It's okay.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, yeah, they did look rather similar, weirdly enough.
They're both very dark stages. They have are on literal roads as well. You know, they both look like highways, the whole shebang. But unfortunately,
most of Mario Kart takes place on a road, though. That's
not all of them. Sometimes they're on dirt tracks, or like there would be a track in like the trees or something.
Still a
You're
road.
racing on a tree.
It's just dirt.
Unfortunately for Knight, he just got a little bit too caught in the Yoda cage right there. Back in 6th, wasn't able to advance further. I'm sure if it was the actual Yoda cage, he would have been front running the entire time with just about a huge metric space in front of them, because once you enter the Yoda cage...
you do not step out. No one exits the Yoda cage.
If you enter the Yoda cage, you die. You just write your will beforehand.
Great speedrunner, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Now, have you actually seen his speedruns? He is
I've heard of him. What game is it again?
It's like Marble Madness or whatever it's called, like Kuro Rinpa, something nutso like that. But I just know it as Marble Madness. But it's he's really darn good at it because he played Super Monkey Ball a bunch, and that's basically Super Monkey Ball but without the licensing issues. So we're going to.
Well, it's a good thing he never lost his marbles.
And that is a perfect transition into Icy Outpost, and going to catch onto the.
Oh my god, that was so tight! No, oh my god, Knight. Oh my god, that was some smooth drifting right there. Holy hell!
Yeah, no, I actually kind of like clutched up on my seat a little bit there.
Same, dude.
Every time I try to do that, it never works. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, this must not be a thing. And then Knight just does it effortlessly while commentating on his own stream, which is just, how do you even do this?
Honestly, like, look at his face. Like, it ain't shit. Look at his face. It's just nothing. It's just another day at the office. You know, for the Knight Voice, internationally ranked Mario Kart 8 player. My word, out here showing you what he hasn't stopped again.
There is not a day. There is not a day in the week where he doesn't do that. That's just how mundane and benign it is for him.
And isn't that the goal? You know, to get to a spot where, like, your, like, just mundane, normal level of play is just the average player's godlike.
Exactly. No, I mean, what else could you possibly ask for, Nintunis? Melpool.
Very happy
in the meantime,
streaming tonight, honestly.
Yeah.
All these streamers, really, and Melpool and Lily MK8, a lot of high-level players out here tonight, really giving us what we got. I'm very, very grateful to have all these spectacles of shows here, to say the least. It makes me feel like an ESPN caster just looking at all these different games.
Lily got tagged right before the shortcut. She's not. Lily's not going to take kindly to that. Night Voice chilling in 9th place. Some bad luck on the item play there, and now all the way back in 11th. Lily a little bit more fortunate in 4th, and Melpool on a different track entirely, but running in 3rd right now and trying to take a place, trying to take a silver medal placement perhaps in that race. But that is a 3rd place finish for Lily. Again, you know, nice little pass at the end, you know, again, taking advantage of the items that you have. And with 56 points thus far, Lily is going to be hanging in on pretty much the lead, aside from Froggo, of course, who has been pretty consistently in that 1-2 spot throughout this entire circuit. And as we go to Melpool, finishing in 3rd, taking to the skies, but Shy Guy just above him. Gecko in the lead in that particular run right at this moment. But all in all, not poor performances at all from any of the people involved thus far.
Yeah, technically that was the last place of that race, because he was one of the only 3 human players in that Cloud Top Cruise race that was going on right there. So. Yeah. At the very least, I mean, he could have had a CPU placed in front of him, and then he would have gotten less points as a result because of that. So at the very least, that didn't happen. But I could tell from the look in Melpool's eyes, he wasn't happy with how that one turned out. So hopefully he'll have another chance at that moving on. Meanwhile, Lily, MK8, Waluigi on a Wiggler, just the best damn hoagie you'll get this side of the Mushroom Kingdom or Sarasa Land.
Hoagie?
Yeah, Waluigi on a Wiggler. Does that sound like a diner sandwich or something you'd get at a deli? Hey, Tony, let me get a Waluigi on a Wiglet today. You know, that's what I'm getting at here.
That I am questioning your taste in the culinary arts right now. So either way,
I love delis, man.
I love delis too, but I have no idea. A Waluigi on a Wiglet, like, I'm trying to think of what that would be. Is that like some sort of pastrami thing? Is that like a...
What it is a meta pick. Is what it is. I mean, it actually is one of the better setups in this game. Waluigi, of course, being of that cruiserweight as well. And the Wiggler Bike, as I believe it's called. I don't know if it has a different name than that. Definitely one of this game's more common and better ones as well. Very good top speed, if I remember correctly. To be honest, I have to take a better look at its stats before I start, you know, talking out of somewhere I really shouldn't. But for the most part, Lily MK8 looking very, very good on the Game Boy Advance Mario Circuit here. Meanwhile, at the top right, I don't know if this is the same lobby. I'm pretty sure it is not, because I saw the Night Voice in a different race on the same track as before as well. But then, oh, never mind. I can see him on the map. Never mind. This is the same lobby right here. looking like 11th place for him right here, working that item swapping strategy to the best of his ability. I know it seems like the Night Voice is performing uncharacteristically terrible right here as he gets hit by that green shell and looks visibly very upset about it, but this is all part of his strategy, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the back right here. This means he is going to get the better items than you would get if you are in a different placement. He's farming around for that bullet bill right now, waiting for the perfect time to use this lightning and that star to make his way back up towards the front. And there you go, using that lightning right there, whipping the star right out. Will he be able to make up the difference here? I'm not sure if he will, actually. It looks like he might be a little too far back for his own good this time around. He's going to have to settle for 9th place, which is a little uncharacteristic of him right there. But definitely not looking too happy about that. Meanwhile, Lily all the way at the top right there in 3rd, Adam in front, and MP King, another regular to the circuit as well with the turquoise Yoshi in 1st right there. Meanwhile, taking a trip somewhere beautiful at the Sunshine Airport is Melpool.
Yeah, Melpool right now, I mean, again, running in 2nd at the moment. Not exactly where he wants to be, but again, as we mentioned prior, could be far, far worse. And gonna get the double item box here on the last lap, trying to make up this ground, but does not seem like they'll be able to do it. And definitely not now. Crow at the last minute, and now you're going to get passed by Broth Quang. And yeah, Melpool realizing maybe just got a little too. It's just like in Smash, when you overextend, you're going to be made to pay for it, and that seems to be what happened there. Not really taking account of the defensive measures that you probably could have taken prior, as we are going to Water Park on Night's stream, and not really sure what to expect generally. I can only imagine that this is some sort of offshoot from Peanut Park and Mario Sunshine, as the Noki might suggest. But
yeah, I'd never even put 2 and 2 together on that, actually. I always thought it was generic Water Park.
No, I mean,
it actually does look very Sunshine themed. Actually, that font that was up above, whatever that ride was, that definitely looked something fierce like that. But to talk about Melpool's situation right there, he had it lined up. Actually, he had those red shells to get rid of the racer in front of him's protection. As Lily, oh my God, going all the way in and around out of bounds to just avoid any and all obstructions there. What happened is that Melpool was just in a very, very bad spot because he only had 1 red shell left. He could have used it to snipe the racer in front of him, but the thing is, he knew he needed to have it behind him as well because he knew the racers behind him were going to start trying to snipe him towards the end of that race, and he just needed some form of protection. Unfortunately for him, the absolute worst thing could have possibly happened because the item that was behind him to take him out was a fire flower, which, as we all know, is not like a normal item. It is transcendent, meaning it goes through items that you will be holding as your shield in this game. You can't block them normally like you'll be able to do other items. They will go right through your shell for protection. Therefore, it went right through Melpool right there, just leading him to get hit by the Mario Kart onslaught over and over again and to finish 4th place, which was the technical last in that race for all the human players. So he just got caught in a really, really bad spot towards the end of that race, and there really actually wasn't too much he could have done about that. Except maybe just drift a little bit, tighter, get around the fire flowers a little better. But it's an item that you can spam, so at the end of the day, would that have even worked? Who knows?
Yeah, it's one of those deals that, again, you're not going to be able to do a whole lot about that, I suppose, but you did still have options. You got the double item box. You never quite know. You do get tools to potentially preserve a lead when you have it, so... Just, it's an awareness play at that point, and Knight is going to take home 7th, it looks like, and Lily finishing far better than that. We have Dark, Froggo, and Ursa Major, taking the top 3 there, in ascending order, I should say. And meanwhile, Melpool hanging tight, hanging onto that red shell, and going to be trying to hang on to 3rd place here as we go to the final lap. Kane just ahead of him, so it's going to be a matter of maximizing the efficacy of this red shell. Where are you seeing this thing getting deployed?
Never directly mind. Into the banana.
Yeah,
in front of him. That's I called it. I just call that stuff from my. This is why they pay me the big bucks, Stu. I mean, come on.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah, but at the very least,
I gotta talk to my agent.
Towards the first, yeah, me too. There was a first with your agent. There was a first blue shell that happened before, but it's looking like the racer in front of him, which I think is Shy Guy, is going to pass. But Melpool, look at that, blocking what I think might be Takamarth, or not Takamarth, that is Crow, behind him right there with the bananas, ensuring his second place right there. He needed that with some of those fourths that he got earlier on, so that's really, really good. Bumping it all the way up to 64. Actually, so good stuff to Melpool, just making good usage of the bananas right there. Not throwing them behind them, and rather just keeping them as a shield, you know, like, just a little bit of assistance for that final push, you know, the final stride into the finish line for the third and final lap of that race. It's all about, and think of this what you will, ladies and gentlemen, this game is all about the protection. It's just like they taught you in high school. It's all about the protection. When you have an item behind you, holding it behind you, making sure nobody can just snipe you, stab you in the back, you know, which, you know, to talk about high school.
Yeah. What high school did you go to? Anyway,
any high school people will stab you in the back. What are you talking about? It's teenagers. They're like all exploring themselves.
Look, don't get me wrong. Like I am high
schooler. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I went to I went to a pretty decent school, so I can't really complain.
Yeah,
but yeah, you know, you definitely had those ruffians around. It happens, whatever. Mm-hmm. But either way, Lily checking in on the Wiggler bike as we take into the skies yet again. We actually saw Melpool, ironically enough, on the stage earlier on with that band of thieves going on there, and hanging in third place right now, to tag Ursa Major. Right in the back. Oh, and that is exactly where you want to throw your items, isn't it? Right before the jump. It's beautiful.
Worst spot you can possibly get hit by an item when you're just about to exit the cannon. The worst spot you can possibly get hit, because as you know, it means you are falling out of the cannon and then being dragged back behind it, thus wasting that much more time and putting you that much further back. Ursa Major dropped like to 6th or 7th after getting hit by that boomerang. That's just one item, ladies and gentlemen. Lily, out here, just full force. And what she did on the water park as well, going around and out of bounds like that. I didn't even know you could do that on water park. I thought there was a skybox there or something like that, or for what I remember at least. But there you go, Lily MK8 counter lucky stars right there, making sure she was on the second half of the cannon right there to make sure she got hit in front of it right there. So that was actually the best place she could have gotten hit by that. Not that she necessarily did it on purpose. You know, you can't always control where the red shells come from, but either way, she got lucky right there.
It was just mistimed a little bit by, I believe it was Mr. M, and defensive measures being employed, maybe not quite enough. Dark trying to overtake, and he does, and Ursa Major eventually getting their revenge just at the death of it, and as well as that, you got the real Mr. M coming up from behind and taking forth. And Mr. M, I believe, was the one that was trying to fire off those red shells right at the end of the cannon there. So trying to utilize some of that strategy. Didn't quite pay off, just barely mistiming it. But again, the strategy was sound and the effort was there, and it was rewarded with a 4th place finish. That is a shame for Lily, though. That was actually well run right up until the entire gang it gangs up on you. That's why you got to be that's why you can't step on people on the way to the top. You're going to need them on the way back down. But
amen to that.
Ooh.
Oh my god, what in the hell was happening? Melpool!
Oh my Melpool actually can't. Mario Kart 8, everyone.
Mario Kart 8 is a video game for the Nintendo Switch and originally on the Nintendo Wii U.
Oh man, and I'm surprised that we actually just saw that photo finish there with Knight on his screen. Yeah, that was a very, very tight finish, and Knight taking just a slight advantage with the drift coming out just in front of Melpool. There, we saw just how close it was. This is a game of inches, folks, as we go.
This is what I was talking about before. Does this look like a road?
I mean, it's a bridge, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah. It's not all roads.
Is a bridge a road?
It's called a road. It's called a rainbow road.
Oh, that
it is the road. You've seen that video, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good. Had to be sure. And anyway, first lap, ladies and gentlemen, over on... Why am I forgetting this? Treetop? It's Treetop something. I don't exactly recall the name of it. I really should, but I don't. Shoutouts to Chris. He's the one who normally forgets the names of the track, but now I'm the new Chris, because Chris is just sitting there silently right now. Anyway, Lily MK8 hanging behind only Gecko right now on the second lap. Looking front-running pretty hard right here. I do see Ursa Major and Dark behind her, but she's got a pretty solid gap in between the two of them right there, and she is doing a really good job in ensuring that it does not get closed right now. Has the protection in advance with the green shell in case anything happens behind. Now just farming back, both of them just hanging back, waiting for the blue shell, and unfortunately for Lily, Gecko is going to be the one on top right there, backing up in just the right spot. A little bit of a game of chicken, or similar to how you, or similar to sort of how you break the cue in billiards to see which one of you is going to go first in a game at 8-ball. Whichever one of you hits the ball, have it ricochets the hardest off the wall. Right. It's a classic game of chicken right there, similar to that billiard style right there when the blue shell's coming out. Both of them backing up, and unfortunately for Lily, just got beat out by Gecko right there. But ain't over yet. Still the final lap right here. Ursa Major hanging in front, and Gecko a little bit further on the front lines here. Meanwhile, over at the right, we have Sherbet Land, one of my favorite tracks in this entire game, actually. One of my favorites from Double Dash as well. I love the music from it. I love the atmosphere. I love the ambiance. Pretty much everything. And it is actually not Dark in the race at the left, because Dark is actually here in Knight's lobby as well. And speaking of this left lobby, it's looking like Lily going to finish third right there. Gecko going to take that first place. And I think Ursa Major in second in front right there. Good stuff for you top three and MPK behind. Meanwhile, at the right, Knight only on the second lap here, trying to close it out against actual Dark right here. Will he be able to do it, though?
Oh, very close to doing it, and going to overtake on first with that drift. Again, the turning and drifting acumen of Knight to be able to maximize the distance and the velocity that he gets out of those corners is nothing to shake a stick at. Going to be neck and neck. Might just be taken advantage of here on the Lightning as it wears off, and indeed, Dark will find himself in the lead for just a little bit longer. And really starting to get ahead there. Just after that little bump, had defenseless against the red shell as well. Kane and Froggo going to overtake Knight. And this is just the nature of the beast, isn't it, Nintunist? You think you have it all figured out, and then the game happens.
You just think you have this whole life thing figured out. Just got your degree, whatever. You're just hanging on. Everything's going good for you. But then it just backs up, and then you get that debt payment, and then you're playing Mario Kart. It's all you have at this point, and you just keep getting hit by items to get to the back. And what was a second place and a first for Knight winds up being a fourth with Froggo, Kane, and Dark
the game at this point?
in front of him. Is it what game?
Oh, never mind. So as we are.
Oh no, not Baby Park.
Oh, dude, what is your problem with Baby Park? I like
Dude,
Baby
no. And it's not just mine. Everyone hates it. And the reason they do is because they feel like it takes most of the competitive nature out of the track, because it's just such a kerfluffle. That's the esports way of saying what I want to say, It is such a kerfluffle. It's so easy to get hit by items from just pretty much anywhere. The item balance, Stu, gets completely thrown out here, because you will have somebody in last place who will get a bullet bill who is right behind you, or right next to you technically. They're just a lap behind you, but because the track is so small, it doesn't matter, and then you wind up getting hit by something that you shouldn't, that you wouldn't on literally any other track. Not that all competitive integrity is thrown out here. There is a way, and especially on 200cc, if you drift tight enough, you can go directly over the grass pavements that Melpool is going over right here. Right here, he's able to do it in 150cc because he's got the mushrooms going for him. But yeah, I will say, Stu, Baby Park is an amazing casual track, but a lot of competitive players actually do not like it very much for that reason. It's still fun. Don't get me wrong. It's still fun, but for the tryhards, to put it elegantly, it throws some stuff out the window.
Yeah, that makes sense to me, because even though it sounds to me, I don't know, maybe they should just get good at video games. No, I'm kidding. No, but in all seriousness, Shy Guy...
You and I get to talk about video games while other people play them.
So who's really winning?
Players honestly, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it's us, but...
Yeah, I'd agree.
We're going to join Knight on Hyrule before we get destroyed in the chat. But yeah, it was again, Baby Park is one of those deals where you gotta have your deal on cornering. You gotta have you're mastering the basics. It's a very basic track, but yeah, the size of it, I guess, would kind of speak to a certain level of chaos that goes into the management of items and what you're getting hit by and who's hitting them, with whom you're hitting them.
Is the character with huge hitboxes better on small battlefield? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. It's see that kind of.
Are they?
I'm
seriously asking.
You're you play.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, you play Mario. I don't want to hear a word from out of your mouth when it comes to Smash. But
Mario's not even in Ultimate, dude. I don't even remember the last time I played him. Anyway,
makes sense.
The final lap for Hyrule Circuit right here. Now he's still my favorite. The final lap for Hyrule Circuit. Knight only has, I believe, Ursa Major in front of him right there in the Rosalina. That's a pretty big gap, though. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up. Now he tries to go for the Hyrule Circuit shortcut right there. Not going to be able to land it too elegantly. He's probably going to secure this second place unless some crazy stuff happens, gets hit by a red shell in a bad spot. And this is looking pretty clean for Knight. Ursa Major in front of him, going to take that first, and I believe Kane going to take that third place behind him. Let me see if my assessment is accurate. No, it is Mr. M actually in that third place right there. Everybody's favorite stinky yellow rat mane going at it right there. And Kane in fourth, actually. I made
on that we agree.
Stinky yellow rat. And here we are on Donut Plains, another one of my personal favorite tracks. I love it for nostalgia reasons. I love the remix of the Super Mario Kart Donut Plains track, and I love the homages to Super Mario World all throughout here on this track. It's just an absolute beautiful thing to see with Lily MK8 over here on the right, Melpool on the left, and Lily actually kind of getting annihilated by the items right now. That was one after another, over and over and back, but it's still only the second lap. She still has plenty of space to make up as she takes a bullet to the keister right in the back right there, falling it back to 8th place with Melpool actually passing her now. Oh, and Melpool with the bullet. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, he about to do it. He's got a star, so he has more time to actually make more ground first. He's going to use a bullet bill in 3rd place. Oh, my God.
That is just cruel. Have you no shame, Melpool?
That is how you make up ground, ladies and gentlemen, in Mario Kart. Just hang back, use the item strategy, get 2 broken items, get a star first, which you can definitely control. It's definitely not RNG. Use it to make sure nobody can take your bullet bill away from you. Advance with the star because of the speed, moving up to 3rd, and then using the bullet bill. My God. And it's looking like Knight right here actually experimenting, which I believe he's been doing some of all night. Like, hanging back behind that little bumper right there, seeing if he could, like, maybe stack boosts with it? I don't know exactly what he was doing there, but it looked like he was experimenting with something, because he did save a little mini replay, a Switch replay with it, so it was definitely, like, something for his notes later, to say the least. He definitely uses the Glentendo circuit every now and again to study the masses and try out some new strategies and characters and whatnot. It's definitely nothing new for Knight, you know? Just another day in the lab at his profession.
I mean, if it works, it works. So, you know, what great in the athletic world gets anywhere without just a little bit of video review? You know, like even exactly. You even got the Patriots in the film room every now and then.
The ones before videos, like back in like the 20s.
Yeah, but even then, you know that they were trying to get the upper hand however they possibly could.
Oh, so, yeah. They probably just acted out little videos in front of the other team, just making little skits.
Yeah, like, they had puppet shows.
And this is how we increase our TV on the Phillies.
Thank you. Oh, my gosh.
And this is how you strike out Babe Ruth.
And all the Phillies are just watching. They're like, not the Phillies. That's a different league. The Sox are just like watching behind. They're like,
thank you.
I was thinking of the Mets. I confused both New York teams. I apologize.
Well, it would have been the Giants back then, but
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and not the Dodgers yet, right? When did the Dodgers come in?
The Dodgers were in Brooklyn until like the 60s.
Yeah, no, that I know. I'm saying but they were always the Dodgers, like from Brooklyn before that, right? Since the inception.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the league. All right.
Pretty much. Like, when did the Dodgers form? That's a good question. See, my grandma would know this. She grew up as a fan of the Bums, so.
We'll definitely go watch, I mean, they're not going to answer it for you in that movie, but definitely if you want to learn about the Dodgers and more important stuff than them, go watch 42 and, you know, give your thoughts and your prayers over to Chadwick Boseman. Melpool over here.
Yeah, it was a great movie. Great movie.
Great movie, one of the finest actors of our generation, my friend. I say that with zero exaggeration when talking about him, but that has nothing to do with Mario Kart. We'll talk more about
he actually did
later.
Well, the thing is that he did actually fit into pretty much every single role that he ever did, and it's just
dude. He was a chameleon, dude. Are you joking?
Really was. Like I was surprised how well he did in Draft Day. which isn't like a great movie per se, but it has its charm. Like especially if you're into sports, like. And Chadwick Boseman as Vontae Mack, just some hotshot defensive end that had a bit of a unique attitude, and he just fit into that role so well. It's like, this is the same guy, really? It's like,
look, man, the fact that he was able to play James Brown and screech like him.
Yeah, actually, solid point. Oh my god,
the greatest actor ever. I'm sorry, that alone, that he was able to get a spot on James Brown screech. They didn't even do that in Bohemian Rhapsody. They played Freddie's actual music over Rami Malek dubbing it when he was actually singing in the movie.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. They just played a lot of Freddie's. They played a lot of Freddie's backroom tracks, is what they did. Like some recordings that never saw the biggest light of day. Just stuff like that to make it seem like it was really him doing that. So, because God knows there aren't many people who were ever able, to sing like Freddie after him. So, yeah, this is a Mario Kart tournament.
Yeah, I guess it is, but
I think it is. I'm squinting. I'm trying to tell. I thought I saw,
yeah, we saw a little bit of Dragon Runway. That was it was there. Yeah.
Now the question is, do they get Chadwick Boseman movies at Dragon Driftway?
That makes sense. I don't know.
Is Dragon Driftway actually in China?
See, that's a loaded question, I feel like.
How did they get how did the Mushroom Kingdom get licensing to be able to do those races in China?
I mean, that's kind of their business and their trade deals to negotiate, and I'm not really sure why you're so concerned or really who's asking.
Dude, nothing concerns me more than Mushroom Kingdom politics. Okay?
That's right. Oh my god. We can't get into this again, can we?
Mushroom Kingdom politics? I don't want to get political. All right, but death to Sherbet Land.
Yeah. Oh, no.
We're on the Animal Crossing
Not Mushroom
page.
Kingdom nationalism.
The Mushroom Kingdom nationalism.
Let those fuckers take this land!
Animal Crossing for the last race.
Watch the nukes!
This Toad's at war, dude. Anyway, Animal Crossing, the autumn version. So shoutouts to Autumn, which it is about to be. It just makes the most.
I'm just imagining. I'm just imagining now. It's just like the general is also a toad and just talks in that voice. Bravo, you magnificent bastard! I write your book.
Frickin' Sarassalonian piece of trash shot me right in the gut!
So anyway, Knight is playing. He's in second.
We won't let those fuckers take this land! Death to Sarassalon!
It is a good thing I warmed up my voice before tonight's show, because if I didn't, I would actually be in a lot of pain right now. Toad is not an easy one to do. I'm pretty sure Toad's voice actor has to go to an urgent care after every recording session. We're on Animal Crossing.
Final lap.
Yeah, are we?
Yes, actually.
PH Geronimo actually in front here. I don't. Was Geronimo here the whole time, or did he enter a little bit late? Because I don't recall seeing him so far.
I think Geronimo was.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Chris, the guy who's actually paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not really sure exactly when Geronimo joined in, but I do know that, he finished ahead of Knight once or twice. I think, not on Sunshine Airport, but we're going to have a decent finish. Ooh. Never mind that. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. He
barely hanging on to second as had some opposition speeding past him. Adam.
Yeah, we get to actually see what happened here in a different perspective because Melpool's stream is actually a little bit behind. As you can see, Knight in front right here. And what happened here? Let's take a good look at what Melpool did right here to get ahead. Oh, that's what happened. Knight with the snipe. There you go. Yeah. Oh, it was Melpool who got annihilated. Never mind.
Yeah, no, it was Melpool. I said it was Adam that was jumping ahead and launched the lightning, it looked like. So not a bad point total for Adam. in general. But yeah, you saw who came out ahead, and it's not even necessarily a shock. But man, what else can you say about Mario Kart other than that it is absolute chaos? Even when we're whether or not we're just completely shit posting in commentary, I suppose it's
shit commentating, I believe, is the technical term.
Thank you. So is this still Knight that's playing? But wait, is this his final race? Was he in?
Let's find out. No, he's got about 3 more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got plenty more hot Mario Kart action for you guys coming in here that you will only find at the Glentendo circuit every single Sunday and Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're immediately going for the item swapping strategy in full reverse right here. Is Knight Speaks gonna actually farm some coins, getting some good backwards turning practice coming in here. Shoutouts to the mission mode in Mario Kart DS where there are missions that made you drive through hoops doing that. And let's see what he gets here for his item block spin right here. He's definitely aiming for a bullet or a star. Gets the star, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how long he's going to be able to hold this. Because the thing is, he doesn't... Oh, and then he's just going to pop it right there. Because the thing is, he doesn't have to worry about lightning. He's in last.
True.
Yeah, like, so even if somebody in front of him gets lightning, and shoutouts to lightning, there we go. Even if somebody in front of him got lightning... Yeah, there you go. Full force. He was able to get the lightning, slow everybody down, use the blue shell, and get that combined with a bullet bill to advance.
Fortuitous mushroom as well.
Look at this. And exactly. That's a perfect way to describe it. So now he was able to farm that to use the bullet bill all the way up in 6th place rather than having to use it all the way back in 12th. That is the item swapping bullet bill strategy, ladies and gentlemen, out here in full force for you. He's still holding on to it, but now he's actually got to be a little bit careful. He's in 7th place. That is the prime position to get hit by a lightning, actually, maybe not the prime position, more like the prime one to get one, but it's kind of a mixed bag. Somebody behind him could get a lightning, hit him in front. It's definitely risky, and he's just going to pop it right there because he recognized he got hit off of the track right there. It was going to slow down, have his acceleration a little messed up, and he's just going to use it right there all the way up to 3rd and gets hit as soon as he spawns out of it. That's the worst thing that could have happened to him. Wow.
Gonna come up right into 3rd, and here is where the defensive options might come in, but just as I say that, winds up right back down in 7th. Is like the bullet bill might as well never have happened.
Yeah, I mean, like, the strategy just blew up behind him, man, and he just has to race now. That's the thing. He can't afford to do it again. It's the final lap.
Yeah, and you just never know what's going to happen in terms of the trains coming along. This is why you pay attention to the train schedule, folks.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're in New York and, the F train gets delayed again and just, but you should have taken that into account anyway. Lightning going to slow everything down here, remove their items so he doesn't have to worry about getting hit in the final stretch here. 4th place. Oh my god.
Whoa. Wait, did that?
No, the barely did not pass him.
Barely avoiding the shame of having the AI Cat Peach take you down. But
hey, 3D World just got announced for its remake, for its remaster and port right there. So Cat Peach is definitely bound to be doing a little well. So that is the name of the game when it comes to the item swapping strategy. It's a very hit or miss because if you don't do it right, you're suddenly stuck right in the middle of the pack in a position where you can't do the item swap strategy again, and now you just have to race. And that's the worst position where you could just start to race. It's that much harder to really split the defense and the gap right there. If Knight was in a lobby with mostly human players, he would not have finished 4th in that race after messing up the item swap strategy. He would have stayed behind. There was no way he would have been able to make up that difference. That is the risk of the item swapping strategy. He decided to go for it, though, because he knew the lobby he was in. He knew there wasn't that kind of risk to it. He knew it was the perfect lobby to practice in. And speaking of perfect lobbies, we now have a 1v1. Knight versus Geronimo right here. Only AIs behind them. Looking good right now. Oh, this is only good. It's going to be rough. And shout out to Sweet Lou following Knight. Thank you for following Knight. There you go.
Good idea to distract your potential opposition right before the race begins. I kind of like that from Sweet Lou. This is the meta game now, Nintunas. So yeah, shoutouts to Sweet Lou for whatever potentially distracting things you could do. We're gonna watch her drop like insane amounts of bits in the middle of this race, like right before he's grabbing items and right before he's about to get hit or something. That's what I'd be doing. I don't know, but I'm not actually Sweet Lou. She could also just be a genuinely nice person.
Bro, I wonder what the Bean Kingdom's opinion is on the Sherbet Land treaty.
We can't do this again. We can't.
Okay.
I
It's
don't
fine.
think I can allow myself to do that to Chris.
It's okay. There were never any actual voice clips of the Bean Kingdom residents anyway, because it was in an RPG, you know, with like on a handheld console. So they don't even have any voice clips for me to impersonate. So you know, you got lucky.
Oh, great. Wonderful. So
Shout
anyway,
out to Superstar Saga, amazing game. Twisted Mansion
Very
1v1. Yeah, looking like Knight is definitely winning it right now with a pretty sizable difference between him and Geronimo right now. Oh, actually, no. Actually, yeah, never mind. He was actually going around the corner. I couldn't tell for a second. It just made the head look like it was closer than it actually was over there on the map. And actually getting hit by the bomb. Sniped is Geronimo, and now the gap is just gonna increase even further going forward. Oh, man. Still got one more lap to go, though. Knight not out of this race just yet. No pun intended.
You're never truly out of the race, are you? I mean, you're sticking around, hanging on to first place, and only a few more, I guess, decisive feet to go. But here comes the.
Whoa.
There you go. That's why you hang on to the boombox. It cancels out the blue shell. That's a strat that I remember Bear actually, the infamous TO Bear, pulling out on. What, you didn't know that?
No, it's just because he just got the boombox. Like, he literally had just got, like, access to it in his hands when the blue shell spawned. But I don't know if it's gonna the red shell getting blocked.
Man.
The red shell got blocked by the banana.
No.
Oh my god. Every bad thing that could have happened tonight in that race did. In a 1v1 scenario, he just, like, got destroyed every single time. He had the red shell all set up for the kill. And then it blocked him right from behind. Oh my god, dude. The banana. And I don't even think... dude, Geronimo didn't even put that banana there. It's just like, it just happened to be there. Like an AI just planted it there and like never looked back. And he just got destroyed for it. That's unfortunate, man. The unpredictability of those AI dwellers, my friend.
I mean, it's just... it is unfortunate, but at the same time, I mean, it's... that's an awareness check. You gotta be, you gotta have your finger ready on the trigger to pull out those, the boombox. And that really did, like, that blue shell did become a quick time event. It really was. It was just like, you're basically going to press X to not die. So that's,
shout out to WarioWare, dude.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, that's actually...
Damn.
See, that to me was more of a reference to Yahtzee Crowshaw, but that's, yeah, shout outs to Yahtzee. He's great. He's a good lad.
I'm going to pretend I know what that is to make you feel good.
Zero Punctuation. It's a great series, and you should check it out. But
Zero Punctuation?
Yeah, it's a review series, and he's been doing this for, like, over 10 years now, so it's got some pretty decent longevity to it. If you've actually never seen it, I will send you some stuff, but...
Word.
Yeah, he's been doing this ever since, like, the first Sonic game he reviewed on it was, like, Unleashed. That's how long he's been doing it. So, he might just be getting punched by Magma Bowser, never mind, but what a fitting place to end this thing off, man. Just the twisting, fiery chasms of Bowser's Castle, and Knight right now in third place, Geronimo just up ahead, and
Heartless as
well, yeah.
Dude, that geyser, like, it just, like, scratched Knight's back, dude. He was so close to getting hit by that. You often forget those are there, because nobody usually flies low enough to really, you know, be in the harm's way of those. They usually drift around them at night, just trying to keep up that max speed, drifting lower, being the daredevil that he is. Going in hot, and here we go. The blue shell gonna hit the opponent behind him, and now we are smooth sailing in first place right here in that perfect position to get around the Bowser fist. Very scary in those situations. You got to know which side to go on, and then if you mess up, there's a very, very tight little slit that you can drive around the fist on. Like, there's by going in and around. It's very difficult, though. But fortunately for Knight, he didn't wind up having to do that. And here we go, Heartless again with the pink gold peach coming in from behind with the banana, and Geronimo coming in to join the party. Gonna get hit by the banana peel from behind him, though, and just gonna immediately use the red shell. But Heartless with the fireball spam gonna beat out the red shell, because as we all know, fireballs beat out a lot of the items in this game. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, they are transcendent projectiles, which means you cannot block them with a shell, and apparently they also just beat shells. Kind of forgot about that, I'm not gonna lie. Comes the blue shell.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. See, this little slit, right? Oh, he didn't have to do it. We got lifted right before that. But you saw what I was talking about.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Again, it's testing your game knowledge. You never know what jump is going to register as one of those things where you can shake the controller and just get the boost out of it. But
oh my god,
that comes with experience. Geronimo and Knight neck and neck, fighting for second place and first. You're not gonna get it, and yeah, just barely beaten out by Geronimo. Very, very tight at the end. Heartless will be taking third, and it's not a bad point total for Knight, all considered. But yeah, Geronimo just barely cutting in front, and Nintunis has to get up and take a walk. I think that is going to be the end of Knight's night.
That was his final race, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if we got another streamer yet revved up already. We are already in the 750s, so we could just be done. Everybody else might be done so far already. We might just be going into our final tallying and scoring of the night. I don't know if this is the final one, but this is what we got so far. Gecko rocking up there in that first place. Not surprising, is Shy Guy behind him. Both of them, it's been some pretty frequent front runners this race, representing Pirate Hackers, and also representing it is Froggo. Down at 144. That is your top 3 of the evening so far. Below is MP King. Then you got Adam and Kane and Lily. Lily I've never even heard of Lily before this, but then doing all kinds of tricks that I've never seen in Mario Kart before. Below is Dark, another one of our regulars. Ursa Major, lower than I thought, because Ursa Major was doing really good in a lot of those earlier races, but it just proves to you how stacked tonight's circuit was. Tonight was a really stacked one. I'm not gonna lie. This one was kind of scary, because look, we got Knight, an amazing player that he is, all the way back here in 10th place, 112. These are still relatively high scores to get in the Glentendo circuit, because the maximum you can get now is 180. So Gecko was only about 1 second place away, really, from landing that final scoring right there. Just one slightly better placement would have had that perfect game, but nothing doing on the part of Gecko with the Mario Me in itself. So shout outs to him, man. Really, really good stuff. And just... yeah, what else is there to say?
Am I supposed to be holding up a plushie right now?
No, this isn't a plushie, this is hard.
Gotcha. Alright, well that makes me feel better.
If I threw this at you, it would hurt.
Alright, I mean, if I threw my hands at you, it would hurt more, so... we're gonna...
I doubt that. You don't know how hard this toad is.
The thing is that the first thing that I thought of is absolutely would have been clipped and taken out of context immediately. So is that it for tonight? I think we're done. Yeah, I think Exorcist Toad is going to be the note that we have to go out on, unfortunately. So yeah, Nintunist, thanks for joining me, and shout outs to everyone who's been hanging out in the chat. You are the reason why we do this. It's amazing. The community that's been built up around the Glentendo circuit. It's just, it's so rad. So shout outs to all of you, and shout outs to Chris for putting all this together. Shout outs to Glentendo, I guess. And yeah, it's a pretty rad thing we've got going on here. Let's do it.
Can we shameless plug? And also ads.
Absolutely.
We gotta do ads.
Yeah, let's do it. Roll the ads.
Roll. Are we shameless plugging first, or are we... Oh, no shameless plugging first. We're shameless plugging ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Where you're at right now. This is the Glentendo circuit, the premier tri-state Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online weekly, free for everybody to join. No region lock, my friends, because why would you in a game that has actually decent netcode? There's the tournament code up there at the right. 12 races every single Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streamed right here on Master Hand Gaming. And if that is just a little bit too slow for you, we also have 200cc tournaments. And to put in perspective how much faster those are, same time slot right there from 7 to 8 p.m., but with 4 more races in tow. We can fit 4 more races. That's how much faster 200cc is. There's the tournament code for you at the top left. Once again, open to anybody. And if you are streaming your run of the event, please let us know, because we rely on your streams to be able to do this stream for Master Hand Gaming and for the better scene of Mario Kart and Tri-State and whatever else forms of
no spectator mode, but let us know.
No spectator mode. And if you do, we will also, this is something I think I'm going to start doing. I'll start letting you guys know on Twitter, maybe giving you guys that public credibility, what you really deserve. If you're okay with that, I'll have to talk about that with my associates. But DNA.exe. If you prefer Smash, here it is. It's Master Hand Gaming's Tri-State Smash event. No region lock, free to enter. Smash Ultimate every single Thursday at 7:30, streamed right here on MHG and Collision Smash. And if Ultimate ain't your thing, we also have Melee every Thursday at 8 p.m. streamed by the good people at Sig Melee, brought to you by Collision, Tasty Games, Helix, MHG, Sig Melee, all those wonderful people. There's the Discord below, invite.gg/tristate if you're curious about how to get started in these events, and smash.gg/DNA as well for you to be able to learn. I would like to shill myself for a second, if that's possible. We are nothing but a bunch of children at the end of the day. So,
Children of the Corn, let's go.
in case you like me, if you liked what you heard from my voice tonight, or my toad voice, whatever you like, I have a YouTube channel that I'm starting to take semi-real seriously now. Just posted a brand new video today, my obligatory Mario 35th Anniversary Direct Thoughts and Discussions video, and if that ain't enough for you, I'm actually posting another video right after this stream. Actually, I just got to render it and put myself out there. I produce a whole series called Smash Excellence. It's a very unique take on Smash Brothers. It's weird. It's sort of like an elegant take on Smash that devolves into normal Smash degeneracy. You kind of just have to watch it to understand. And I'm not just saying that because I want you to watch it. I'm just being serious. I don't know how else to describe it, if I'm being honest. As well as just various Nintendo discussions and all things of the like. If you like that, that is just youtube.com/Nintoonist. If you want the latest updates on that, you can follow me right down there at Nintoonist as well. That is Nintoonist, because everybody misspells it somehow, even though it's just 3 little syllables. That's me. I'm also joined by Stu, who also does things, I think, occasionally.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to be casting. On Collision's channel tomorrow for Fusion. I actually am going to be doing a whole stream schedule at the very least for this week. So I'll be streaming on Tuesday, and I think on Friday this week, because that's going to be on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Stu the Announcer. You already know. Yeah, it's not really please pardon the dust, but yeah, we're usually playing a little bit of Splatoon over there. We're doing solo queues. I'm playing with viewers, and definitely doing a little bit of Jackbox, and I'll do Mario Kart if you guys ask for it. So just let me know. But yeah, I'm also actually casting Splatoon this week, so I'm really happy with that. Hopefully I'll be doing that on Wednesday, and if Chris will have me back, I'd be glad to do DNA on Thursday as well. So hell yeah, let's do it. So I'm just trying to keep myself busy, trying to do the whole announcer bit, because it's I know what I'm good at, and it's not much, but announcing is one of them. So we're gonna keep on rocking with that, and hopefully you'll allow me to do so. So really appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining us here on the Glentendo circuit. From us to you, happy gaming. We'll see you.